Hello to all my friends out there, and hello to all my new friends out there. Hi, you guys. Okay, if you guys have been following me, you know I like to switch it up a little. So I want to switch it up, and what I want to talk about is Brill energy. And so you've probably heard of it. You've probably all heard of it. I'm not saying you have to embrace it. A lot of people think it's a cult. So if you're easily offended, just cease watching at this point. Okay, there has been psychic energy or Brill energy documented through history. One of the most famous ones was Maria Orsic, and she was an occultist during World War II, and she had psychic power. Another way this psychic power could manifest itself is superhuman endurance and strength. The Bible puts it, run and not get weary, and this strength would come out of the bone marrow. This superhuman strength, this not common type energy or strength. A lot of times it'll manifest itself like the mom who lifts the car off the kid, or the fireman, will run into the blazing fire and flames and rescue people. And you'll see like superhuman stuff happen, and you'll go, my gosh, how in the world did they do that? Well, they access some superhuman energy, strength, and it would manifest itself. Okay, so there's stuff now forged in steel. A lot of this stuff might happen through, lots of hardship. And I read, you guys, a book, and I did this purposely, and it was called The White Stag. And it was about a people, and some of us think these people still exist. And these people, and the great thing about the book I have is the illustrations were done by the author, the White Stag, and it was about a people, and they would be pushed to the brink of destruction, starvation, no water, freezing, and they would prevail with the help of a white stag. And then I read a story to you guys, and you goes, well, those are stories. Yeah, well, okay, we're just examining this. And it was called The Mud Pony, and it was about a boy, and he literally led his people in victory in war with superhuman strength with the help of a pony. First, the pony was not a real pony, and then, the pony originated into a life-like pony. Most likely, it wasn't really, it was a supernatural type animal. So, okay, so we have examples of Maria Orsic, the White Stag, and the Mud Pony, all demonstrating unusual power, strength, fortification during battle, and that has existed throughout time, right? So, okay, and now these days we have the forged in steel thing that is super, super fascinating as well. So now where might this Brill energy exist? Well, it can exist on the earth. It can exist in people who access superhuman strength at times. The trick would be to access energy and hang on to that energy. It's been postulated coming out of the bone marrow. So where might this energy be known to exist? Well, in the forged in steel ideology, it's between fire and ice. So say fire is hell and ice is Antarctica. Somewhere in between there should be a race. A lot of people say the Brill is illuminated type energy, which would be, a lot of people would say, well, that's psychic energy and that is bad. Well, if you need some, like in battle, there's been many examples, like during the Vietnam War, they brought children, psychics, in to assist them in battle. So somewhere between fire and ice, there could be an underground civilization that has been maintained. And as they're blasting these, they're taking the ice blasters and they're blasting this ice away. Possible these peoples that have been maintained all these years might emerge. Okay, so why is it that some people can access this Brill energy and others don't seem to even know it exists? Well, first of all, I think just the knowledge that it does exist is helpful. And then you will notice people have all kinds of different levels of energy. Some of it can be hereditary. Some of it can be accessed by the life the person lives. A lot of the famous psychics, I think one of the most famous psychics was Max Spears and James Casbolt. And James Casbolt, you might want to check out his videos, talks a lot about psychic energy. Crystals contain a lot of energy. I don't have any good ones. Also, another freakish thing, if you've ever owned any rather large crystal balls, everyone I've ever owned I had to get rid of because, they were just too creepy. So the Brill energy could exist somewhere between heaven and earth. There could be mid-range heavens as well, and this energy could come from somewhere above the earth, somewhere below heaven. But the point of this is this energy does exist. A lot of people, try to access psychic energy, they do all kinds of crazy stuff. But the life you live is going to create everything in your life. So, certain ways of being is going to give you access, we'll say it like you will, to the heavens. And you're going to be imparted certain kinds of energy and gifts. And basically, a lot of Christians say it's by the grace of God. A lot of the cultists say it's hereditary. So that is my weigh in on superhuman endurance and strength, the Brill energy. So that is just something for you guys to think about. And if you guys have any input, I would like to hear that in the comments. The comments have been good. And also, if you wouldn't mind, I would like a like if you like it. If you're super sensitive and you don't like it, well, I told you not to watch it. And then if you would like to subscribe, I don't plan on doing too much cult stuff. But it does exist. Let's not be naive. And so if you would like to subscribe, that would be greatly appreciated. And God bless you all.